Hello and welcome back to As the Rabbit Descends Down the Hole. In today's chapter, we're going to talk about Abram and Sarai and Lot and their adventures in Egypt. This gets very interesting. I would definitely stick around to hear what happens here. So, they're on the journey. The Lord spoke to them to move, and this is the direction they're headed in. You know, roadways kind of led that way into Egypt. And let me tell you, Egypt does not appear gradually. I mean, when it comes into view, it just erupts. It's a doozy. Weeks, if not months, possibly even longer than that. Think about it. I mean, they're traveling slow. So, we're talking 6 months to a year, just to get there. So possibly some food issues, they're just tired, they're moving all this time. Over the ridge there, they see the Nile Valley come into play. Whew. Wow, it just blows their mind, Fields stretching endlessly, it seems like, date palms in the distance. You see the buildings and the city rising, and I mean, these are permanent things. These aren't like little stone buildings with, made of mud and things. These are, this is strength. There's a strength showing. A lot looks around. This is another world here. Oh my gosh, they've probably never seen anything like this. And Abram just, he's just kind of soaking it in. Sarah too. Sarai. Sorry. I'm just thinking, I mean, we seem so small here, Well, Sarah just kind of, Sarai just kind of smirks. Yeah, well, you speak for yourself because this looks phenomenal. So they enter the gates, and at the gates, there's guards with shoulders, and they have, these spears and whatnot, and says, who are you? I'm Abram. I'm from Ur. Long journey, I suppose. What is it that you're seeking? Rest and food. Okay, well, you may enter, but be warned. Pharaoh's officials will be watching you. You are a foreigner. Well, just kind of looks over. Oh boy. Well, Sarah's like, just have confidence. Don't look like we're guilty of anything. So they step into the city. They're just kind of walking around and things like that. And it wasn't before long, Egypt official noticed Sarai. Like I said, I mean, she's got that girl next door kind of look, It's like, something that you pause and look at for a moment. Well, so who is this? Is your wife? She's my sister. Sarah just kind of turns and looks, what? But they did discuss this before, what to do, because Pharaoh is a god here, so, you gotta kind of watch your P's and Q's. Anyway, it says Pharaoh appreciates beauty and he would like to meet you. Oh boy, here we go. Sarah looks over at Abram. I hope you know what you're doing. You need to think. She's my sister, she can go. Sarah's eyes just get big. Oh, okay. The Pharaoh will be pleased with you. Like I said, I mean, Pharaoh is a god to these people, and taking a married woman has scandal written on it. It makes him look bad, because why would a god need a married woman? But a sister of a foreigner, a family relative, well, this is a sign of diplomacy. This is a sign of nation building. You may not know this, but, they talk about Solomon in the Bible having 1,000 wives. Well, a lot of those were the concubines. What that was, it wasn't just like mistresses per se. It was these women that they would marry off to a king so that their nations would have peace with each other, and they would trade and things like that. Excuse me. And it wasn't necessarily like a romantic type of relationship. I mean, it was political, you know. In return, Abram received livestock, servants, silver, gold, protection, the possibility of land. I mean, wow, he just hit the jackpot right here. I mean, basically overnight he becomes wealthy. You know, I mean, he goes from a shepherd, probably, you know, what we would consider lower middle class, maybe middle class at best, you know, to, you know, he's rich. Like, oh my gosh. You know, this is just politics in Egypt. Abram, well, yes, he's going to step up. I mean, this is a survival thing, possibly. Sarai, though, this is more of a cage in a sense, because what is she doing with Pharaoh? You know, how far will this go? Oh, Sarai is taken into the woman's quarters of the palace, and she's treated well. You know, luxury, spa treatment type stuff, but she's under her breath, God of Abraham, if you are real, please see me. Stop this. And she's sitting there, she's nervous. And suddenly there's a bit of a tremor. Sickness begins to happen. People not feeling good. Nightmares. That night, Pharaoh wakes Pharaoh up. What is this? Why didn't you tell me she was your wife? He's mad. Look, I'm going to be straight up with you. I'm nervous, I'm scared, and I fear you. You're a god, you know. And I didn't want to cause any problems. We will go, you know. Everyone's like, I just want to make peace. We'll go, you know, because he knows his journey's not done yet. A lot just kind of looks over. I just hope they don't kill us. So, you know, they're all sitting there. Pharaoh goes, let them go. Get them out of here. You know. However, think about this. Their wealth, their increase, their everything it just got 10 times what it was. So was it all bad? Not necessarily. Pharaoh's mad at them. He is. But he's not their God either. This is their God. And this is what you have to remember about that. You know? Yeah, there was a little bit of hanky-panky going on there, but you know what? They made it out, and they made it out alive. Sarah's like, don't ever do that to me again. Alright. I hear you. So off they go. Egypt begins to fade behind them. Lot is basically, he's like dancing. Like, I can't believe how rich we are. Look at everything we have. Oh my gosh. We have more cattle, more livestock, more sheep, more everything. We have more than we could possibly handle. I'm glad we got the servants too. But then you got to feed everybody. You have a caravan, and the caravans are expensive, you know, and they're still moving, and they don't even know where to yet. And that's where we will pick up the story next week. Hope you'll join me. See you soon.